Hey everyone, happy Saturday night. Thanks for being here with me. Hope everyone's having a great night. Let me say hi to everybody real quick. And this story that I have is absolutely insane. Uh just wait. I feel like it's 2018 all over again with this cult stuff. Linda S, hello, Julie, Tanya, Jules, Ruth Ann, Wendy H, Barbara M, Plant Lover, Barbie, Jay Freak, hope you're feeling better. Plant Lover, I think I said hi. Ruth Ann, Jewel Videos, Lisa Jones, Shell, Cousin Joe, MW. Yeah, if you guys know Susie Q, who's one of my mods forever, her husband passed today. So our thoughts are with her, and I think that Wanda's husband also passed, so sorry to hear all that. Jenny from the block, hello. Ellie. This is what I get when I start late. MTT. Latoya. Rabbit. Go faster here. Reader. And Shanoi Shanui. Hey, where have you been, my friend? Sly. Mary B. Paulette Pipsqueak. Mia Clark. Karen J. Polly Ashley. Salty C. Miss Optimistic. Sheila. Terry R. Wow, there's a lot of you in here. Okay. And everybody else. Deborah. Hi. All right. So ever since I did the live, was it a couple days ago with G, the latest cult victim, it's like 2018. I swear to God. I don't want to say harem because it puts those girls in a negative light, but it's almost like a harem. A posse, we'll say, of women have reached out to me, very 2018, and have given me just a ton of info, which I cross-reference, and everything seems to stick. Especially going off of what G had just said on my interview with her a couple days ago. And if you haven't watched it, please do. It was we got off to like a little bit of a rocky start, but it was great. And I just talked to her today. She's doing okay, in case you guys are wondering. So Colty's in so much trouble. He really is. So let me play my little intro. Hey, Steven, Danielle, Fire Nights. Let me get into it and grab a drink. It's Saturday night. This is some heavy stuff. Okay, hold on. Hey, sweetheart. All right. How do I link this all together at once? All right. Going off of the interview that I just did with G, Colt moves fast. We all know that. Colt is already talking to another young Brazilian already. Him and G, you saw how devastated and broken-hearted she was. And that just ended, not like, like a couple of weeks ago. That's still fresh. So Colt already has his hooks on a new lady from Brazil. Now remember that, because this is kind of gonna go all over the place, but then it'll make sense. The puzzle will fit when I'm done with it. Now, with that being said, Colt was just filming in Mexico with cast. So 90 Day is doing another show that they were taping in Mexico. And my understanding of it from the people who I've spoken to was that it's like couples therapy, but for singles. And this just all happened. This is just Mexico. This just all happened. And Colt was there. Courtney was there. I was just speaking to 90 Day Fiance update on IG because I didn't really know about, who else was there in Mexico, and I wanted to know. So, if check out 90 Day Fiance update on IG. They have I think 300,000 followers. So check them out. They're way more consistent than I am with the show. I'll give you that. I kind of pick my battles on what I want to speak about. So if you see, usually if I don't post for days, it's like I don't care. It's not interesting to me. So now 90 Day Fiance update is telling me that Gino and Jasmine were there. I mean, that would make sense because they're, I guess, kind of both single. I'm not 100 on the purpose of that show. All I know is that they were filming in Mexico. Courtney was there, Colt was there, Gino and Jasmine. I'm told Kenny and Armando were there by 90 Day Fiance update, but that doesn't make sense to me because they're a happy couple. You know how I feel about them. Veronica and Tim, which are they're both single, but that's not really the story anyways. Okay. So thank you, Lisa Jones. Oh wait, my slide whistle is right here. Oh, we're gonna get there, Jenny. This is a very loaded story. Thank you, Lisa. Okay. Now, hold on. I need my sangria 86 fruit. Anyone get that joke? So now I believe that G had said this on my live with her that Colt rebroke the same leg he broke the first time while filming in Mexico. Let me see. Rob and Sophie, Benny, and all right. So Ben, like Beniam. So it looks like it's lining up for all people who I guess who are recently single. Sorry. The intel is just rolling in. So I don't know if they were couples that were together and not. Anywho, so Colt's there, Courtney's there. And while they're filming, Colt breaks his leg, the same leg he broke a couple years back. Same leg. Hey, Amber. It's not Last Resort season 2 because, that's already been filmed and that's about to air. And all those couples on that stupid show are all broken up. I think with the exception of Stacy and Florian and maybe the ones from Virginia. The kid with the baby face with the adult body. What's his name? Brandon? So, because originally I thought it was Last Resort, but no, that's already been filmed and it's about to air. So the Mexican spinoff is different. Now, Vanessa and Colt had split up earlier this year. I want to say March, if that's correct. And when that was in the works, that's when Colt started talking to G. Whatever. So Colt breaks his leg. Courtney's there. And Courtney, I guess, and I love Courtney. I don't know what she's doing. Courtney is such a sweetheart, but has horrible taste in men. I mean, come on. So Courtney invites Colt back to her house, and I think she lives in Tampa. Either Tampa or Orlando. I know Florida somewhere. I guess to convalesce and get the medical treatment that he needs with the broken leg. Now, I was told when Colt originally broke his leg, on the trampoline or whenever that happened, like, a couple years ago, he didn't have an easy recovery. For some reason, his break got infected. Like, I had a broken arm. I have like a plate that holds, like, I had to get screws on my arm to piece my bone back together because my arm wouldn't heal. But never, and I had 2 surgeries and a cast for 9 months. Never was there any type of infection because, like, it's all interior. I don't understand how that works, but I guess that happened to him. So he had like a myriad. Oh, I said myriad twice in like 2 days. My word of the week. A myriad of problems with it. I guess he has like a weak immune system. I don't know, but it took him a very long time for him to heal the first break. Now, the second break to the same leg, but a different bone. I believe the first break that he had was, hold on. The first time he broke his tibia, like the tibia. And now the second break now is the femur. So, Colt is now at Courtney's as we speak. And I know it's been put out there a little bit, but I wasn't sure if Courtney was just being nice and being, oh, you can stay at my house, and heal. I have an extra room, like something like that, because Courtney's nice. She's a sweetheart. But now I find out that allegedly there's a more of a romantical interest between Courtney and Colt. But here's where it gets better. And you gotta leave it to Colt, man. Okay. So Colt is now blonde Courtney. She was on the show with Antonio like a million years ago. That Courtney. Courtney's been around for a long time, but she hasn't done many of the shows. Like, she did one season of Before 90 Days, like, like 7 years ago. And I think she did the Corona special when she was like doing like that Diva Cup thing with that weird foreign guy. Anywho, so now Colt, as we speak, is at Courtney's for a little love and some convalescing because they don't know, and his leg is very much broken. I don't know which way to go with this now because I have 2 different ways to go. I'm trying to think how I can link them together. Unknown to Courtney, as we speak, right now, Colt is speaking to the girl right after G. We'll call her D. Colt is speaking to D after G. Now we have D. Unbeknownst to Courtney, and trying to get D, a Brazilian woman, to adopt him. You heard me. Adopt him. And when I first heard this, I'm like, how do you adopt a 40-year-old man? And I did my homework, and in Brazil, hold on, I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I haven't even got started with this yet. This is insane.
You can adopt a 40-year-old person in Brazil.
Oh, because this is all gonna come together, I promise. So let me find this. So in Brazil, an adult can legally adopt another adult in Brazil or from another country, usually when the adult has disabilities, such as a broken leg. But wait. In such cases, the guardian becomes the legal tutor, providing care and financial support. Because I didn't believe anybody could legally adopt a grown human being. I'm serious as a heart attack. Hands to God. I told you, this is wild. This is wild. This is wild for even Colt standards, and it gets better. So, from Courtney's, he is talking to D, not G. Now D is taking G's place in Colt's Rolodex of women from Brazil. And he wants D to adopt him and live in Brazil. He wants to live in Brazil, like we heard on when I was interviewing G. Colt wanted to film The Other Way with G in Brazil and live there. Now, is anybody wondering why Colt is so eager to live in a different country? I'll tell you. Because allegedly, Colt is running from the IRS. And I don't know if he's friends with Paul. Maybe Paul and Colt got together on the phone and Paul was like, hey,
Sleep in my hammock.
Oh, hi, Colt. Listen, if you go down to the Brazil, that can't get you for nothing. And you can get legally adopted. Like, I can so see that conversation in my head between Paul and Colt, like 1,000,000%. And because there's a reason why there's a reason why Paul ran to Brazil and stayed there, because he was also avoiding charges here. And I don't, that's just me speculating in my head. But I can totally see it, because Paul likes to get involved with anybody he can get involved with. He loves the attention as much as Colt does. So allegedly, Colt is running from the IRS because he owes some money from taxes. And that's why he's in such a rush to move to a different country. And also, I should also state right now that as we speak, Colt is technically homeless. He has nowhere to go. So Colt, using his charm, and I still can't believe Courtney right now, I guess, linked up with Courtney, used his charm to get Courtney to pay, or not to pay, but to live there at Courtney's while and I didn't think, I thought Courtney was doing it, I'll be a friend, you can stay here. Colt's got nowhere to go, homeless. He's got 0.00. Now, I believe it's that he'll become a Brazilian citizen if he's adopted to, and then I guess his visa won't expire or something like that. I don't know how it works, but he needs this new girl, D, to adopt him. And the only way you can adopt somebody, an adult, because this is news to me, is if they're disabled in some type of way. And someone with a broken leg. And now I'm hearing that, and again, I don't know. I just heard tonight like an hour ago that Colt is saying that his leg might have to be amputated. Now, again, I don't know what's going on in his immune system. I don't know why. Like, I've never heard of anybody breaking a bone in their body and having infections like that, and it's just weird to me. But I'm sure that's a thing, right? It's just new news to me. So now, Colt is saying that his leg might have to get amputated. And I mean, I don't want the guy to lose his leg. You know, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Then that would also follow into him for like the disabled clause to be adopted by this newer woman. I don't think anybody wishes that on Colt. I don't want anybody to lose any limbs, you know. But it's a little wild. Like, I had no idea. Like, my arm, I had a compound fracture. My bone was in two. Like, it came out, and like I never even had an issue with that when my arm was broken. But like, I don't know. I'm not a doctor, so if that's happened, then you know it happened. So, but between this and this was just from tonight, by the way. Oh shoot! Oops, dropped a comment. Wait, comment. Well, let me drop that comment. So now, Courtney, I hope you're watching. This is someone that Colt spoke to tonight. And he admitted that he doesn't love Courtney and that he thought he would receive medical treatment in the United States, but he is having problems with his health insurance. Now he doesn't know where to go or what to do. And he's talking about Courtney in the bathroom. So poor Courtney, she's in the bathroom, probably, like, you know, getting him, like, you know, a nice clean, like a rag or something like that. She is very jealous and they are fighting a lot. So here we have Courtney and Colt with the broken leg that may or may not be amputated, fighting in the bathroom. You know, Courtney is putting this guy up in her house. And here he is talking to yet another woman while he's dating Courtney at the fucking moment. I mean, you just can't make this up. And Courtney is very jealous, and they're finally, it's unbelievable. Let me get my banner down for a minute. It's unbelievable how much of a criminal he is. He's looking for someone else to get out of there. Uh-huh. Right. So yes, Courtney is, I guess in Courtney's head, she's dating Colt, but not in Colt's head. How's this for the tea? Now, but wait, there's more. And I've been sitting on this, like, this has been coming in droves to me ever since the G interview. And I wasn't even going to go live tonight, but I'm like, I gotta say something about this because this is insanity. Just so, like, Courtney can see this and get Courtney. I'll text Courtney right now. I have her number. Hold on, I'm texting Courtney. Courtney. I have all the OG's numbers. Hold on. I stopped caring after like season like 8. Hold on. I'm texting her. And I also sent a screenshot of what I have on here right now. And this just in. He also said Courtney knows everything about the 2 Brazilians and doesn't care about them. He says that, but that's not the story that Courtney's saying. Lisa Jones, I did. And I've been friends with, oh my God. Oh, more intel. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm asking permission if I could show this on the live. It's a developing story, folks. Developing story. And like Colt has just angered so many women that like, they just want to be heard. Like this is there it is. Okay, so I'm going to read it because I can read it out loud, but not show it, which is fine. Hold on. Let me get my let me get this off. I'll just leave it up. So what I'm reading here is another text between Colt and the newest. And he's saying the newest is asking Colt, does she know then that she was the 3rd woman? Oh my God, Courtney, you are like a 3rd-class concubine in Colt's fucking like Courtney. You're like the 3rd wife, sweetheart. Oh my God. This is crazy. How do I get this off? Oh, there I am. Okay. So the newest one is saying, does Courtney know that she was the 3rd woman between the new one, G, and now Courtney? Because and Colt says, I don't think she sees this like that. But if she finds out, she would dump me in the driveway, is what Colt's saying about Courtney in response to this question, like the trash. So then, newest girl asked Colt, so you went to her house just for convenience and interest? And Colt replies, I don't know what I'm doing. I thought I can get medical attention here, but it's not possible, but I'm not anywhere I can go. So what do I do? Courtney! And it should also be noted Colt can come in this chat. Colt loves when people talk about him, good or bad. He loves it. He loves any type of attention he can, which is a good segue to my next point, because Colt was dismissed from his job earlier this year. Because ever since Colt's been on the show, he's always wanted the taste of it again. And he always wants to be back on it. That's why he was jumping through hoops to be on the other way with G, but also evading the IRS was just like a bonus for that. He also wanted G to film in Mexico. She didn't want to do that. She didn't want to do the other way. Then, if you remember, when he was with Vanessa, him and Vanessa were supposed to originally be on the first season of The Last Resort. I believe that Molly took their place after he broke the leg the first time. Like, he was like jumping on a trampoline and he broke it. And there was a whole big thing because it was on Sharp's time, and bless you. And from what I'm hearing, allegedly, Sharp does not have the best medical coverage. It's like they give you like a voucher for a free tuna fish sandwich when you go to the hospital type of thing. Like, oh yeah, go to the hospital. And then like when you're in the cafeteria, you get yourself a free tuna fish sandwich on us. Feel better. Hands like that's really how it is with them. So now Colt's having issues. He had issues getting his leg fixed the first time, and now he's having more issues now with the second break to the same leg. He has no job, so he has no insurance through that. And it also makes sense, because Vanessa's gone. He has no place to live. That's why he tried to go to Canada with Debbie, even though you saw how contentious their relationship was on The Single Life. And we know, we've all been around, we know. And from what I'm hearing from the people is that Colt can't stand Debbie, hates her, wants to smother her. His words, not mine. And was jealous of the attention she was getting when she was on the show. And that's why Colt is like trying, Canada, I guess, not in the United States, the IRS can't find him there, which I'm pretty sure they could in Canada. I don't know. And now Brazil. And, I hear that he's bitter about losing Vanessa. Vanessa is a saint. I don't know how she put up with him, I think, for like 5 years. But since he's got no Vanessa, he's got no house, he's got no job, he's got nowhere to go, he's got no leg. And still, his main concern, even with the leg that possibly might be amputated, is still talking to tons of women to A, stay on the show, and B, get legally adopted by. Thank you for the Cash App. I don't want to say your name, who sent it, in case that's thank you, Tosh. Appreciate it. Where was I going with this? Okay. So he tried to go to Canada. Debbie didn't want him. Hey, Dave.
Wait, he tried to go to Canada?
Yeah. Because he got no place to go. And he's also afraid of getting arrested. Because from what I'm hearing, he's on the lam, allegedly, from the
feds?
The feds, the IRS. And he'll tell anybody what story they want to hear. It Wait, but there's more. I told you, there's a lot. There's a lot to this, man. And if we go back to like when I was interviewing, hey Bianca, thank you. If we go back to the G interview, I'm going to show you a picture that Colt sent just to show you what kind of like how icky he is. I'll show it on the screen because I'm not going to upload it right now, but this is what Colt sent to G's mom. And this is why, part of the reason why she was so upset was that he preyed on her being religious. Colt is so slick, and again, I will never understand it. He'll find your weakness and just hone in on it. He sent this to G's mom. That'll kind of, hopefully, there we go. Okay. So this was a picture of, I guess, Colt's car. And he goes, your daughter gave me this. I cherish it very much. She inspired me to find a better relationship with God. Hello, how are you? And if you remember from G's interview, her family loves him. Like his mom picked him up from the airport. But when G, who was so taken in by him, and we know that she had watched him on the show and whatever, but he came to her on not the premise, well, premise adjacent, with like, listen, I'm a new man. Thanks to you, I found God. And you're going to change me. But the second that G didn't want to film, that's it. Dropped her like a bad habit. Dropped her like Debbie's rare steak on the floor. Dropped her like Larissa dropping that slot machine in the kitchen. And the fact that now he's at Courtney's house talking to the newest woman in the bathroom while Courtney is tending to him, giving him a place to live. Courtney's thinking that they're romantically entwined. And again, Courtney, girl. I mean, Courtney, you've been around long enough to know. I can't even give you a pass, Courtney. I can't. Courtney's been around as long as I have been doing blogging. So she's been around for all the Colt Larissa stuff. She knows everything that's happened. I can't make heads or tails of it. I really can't. So I guess in the United States, you could also adopt an adult. I don't know. It's just weird. Yep, Courtney and Coltsy. Colt is there at Courtney's right now because he's homeless. He has no job. He has no leg. He has horrible insurance, and he's trying to figure out what he's going to do next. And his only strategy is talking to more women and trying to get back on the show. But he's not trying to get an American adoption, though. He's trying to get a Brazilian adoption. So, because he's in America, if he's here, the IRS, they're going to find him. Look how many reality stars went to jail over taxes. Richard Hatch, Mike the Situation, Teresa Giudice. Well, hers is more convoluted than that, but you catch my drift, right? And I'm sure I'm forgetting a ton of more people, but there's 3 instances for you right there for not reporting correctly. Off the top of my head. Richard Hatch got 5 years. Oh, Dave from Survivor 2. You think Dave would have learned from Richard's mistake, but yeah. So it makes more sense that he's trying to be legally adopted. So I guess I don't know if you get adopted in Brazil or in a foreign country. If you do get adopted, like if that gives you automatic citizenship. I guess I would assume if you're adopted by somebody, then you have to live there and they're under your care. So I guess that would technically make you a citizen or maybe like a permanent, like a permanent resident alien. So weird. This is all so weird. And one of the reasons why he's asking the new girl D for an adoption is because guess who has money? The new girl. I don't know if you heard me or not. I was trying to be secretive about it. Because the new girl's got some cheddar. Ooh, Lord, maybe she can get me some fruit for my sangria. Dave, it's only weird if, you're doing something to your shower, doing something to yourself in the shower while you're listening to this. And like, hey, no. Cody, you might have some competition. The Lego guy watches me in the shower.
Hello.
Yes! She is considering it. How dutiful of you. Yes, she is considering it. And the new girl has already been warned by a ton of people trying to talk her off the ledge. And I don't know if Colt's a wizard. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't. But now, and this all happened, like, the reason why I'm doing this live right now at 10, well, I started at 10, was because this is wild, and I got, like, a bunch of stuff, which is still pouring in as we speak, and I'm like, there's no way I cannot talk about this right now, because it's news. So now, this just in, to use my little things. And now, and this makes me happy for doing this live. There it is. So now, D isn't sure. This just came into me now. Isn't sure about the adoption because of Courtney. I can tell you right now, Courtney is not Colt's type. Courtney, you know that. You're too American and blonde, for Christ's sakes. I mean, I don't know. But Courtney does have a nice life. She has a beautiful home. She travels like all the time. I mean, I don't know what Courtney does for money, but looking at her Instagram stories over like the last like 9 years, she certainly lives well. She kind of reminds me of Jessie. You know how Jessie's always posting pictures of him like in foreign countries and in nice spas and out to eat and this, that, and the other. Like all like it's like Courtney reminds me of Jesse in that regard. And the fact that he that he's still trying, and this is from tonight, by the way. That he's still trying to make this happen. So this is Colt talking to the new girl while he's in the bathroom hiding from Courtney to get adopted. Let that sink in. And remember when Larissa was hiding in the bathroom to get away from Colt? God, I love when shit comes full circle. Oh, it's great, man. I love a good segue. Remember, like, I remember, like, and to everybody, I've been around for a long time. The OG blogger, right? I may have lost my crown, but I'm like the queen mother, right?
I don't know what you call it.
I'm not the lead blogger anymore, but I've been following Colt and Larissa since day one. I mean, I got most of my following from covering Colt and Larissa's arrest, right? Oh, Susie Q. I hope you're doing good, sweetheart. So, if there's anybody to speak on this, it's me. We just hung out with Larissa a couple weeks ago. And I still talk to Jess and obviously you saw Carmen up on my live with G the other day. So it's not like I'm some new blogger that's coming into this not knowing anything about Colt or what he's about. I've known everything about him for almost a decade. Okay. And oh wow. Okay, more breaking news. I told you this is the gift that keeps on giving, this story. So the new girl also lives with her parents and doesn't want to work, much like Colt. So I guess Colt is looking for her to adopt him to move into this new girl's
Home.
parents' house. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Strike that from the record. I had it wrong. I'm sorry. I read the text the wrong way. Wait, what? No. Hold on. It's not the new girl. Nope, sorry. The new girl D does not live at her parents' house. Sorry, I misread that. Strike that. Well, I'm getting this in as I'm on the live, so the new girl D does not live with her parents. The new girl D is an entrepreneur, and she's got the money. That's why Colt hooked into her. What I'm being told is that Courtney lives with her parents and does not like to work like Colt. And I just said that about Courtney. Like, she travels a lot. She's living the life. So sorry for that faux pas. I just didn't know that Courtney lived with her parents. Sorry about that. My apologies. Oh shit! Like if I can like live with my parents, I'd be there. And I could travel the world and have fun. Hey, hey. Okay, so wait, so Colt. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So Colt is at Courtney's parents' house? Oh my god. No. 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 And Courtney's like, how old is Courtney? 35? I mean, she's not in her 20s anymore. Wait, no. No. So they're in Mexico, and Courtney invites Colt, who's romantically involved with him now. I guess Colt gave her like the Colt schmooze and said, "You know what? Come back to my house with my parents, and we'll nurse you back to health." See, like the last time I remember Courtney living anywhere was when she was like living with that weird guy with the diva cups. Like they were living in that house together. It was a pretty house. But that was again 4 years ago when Rona was happening. Oh, it's oh my god. How does Colt do it? Sorry, I know I'm being rude, but I'm talking to like three people at once right now. And I apologize for that slight fuck up when I said that it was a new girl living with her parents. The new girl, just for the record, is rich and an entrepreneur. Like, something out of Shark Tank. But could you like what's wrong with Courtney's parents?
Don't ask me. Ask Courtney's parents.
Like, does she have like a mansion? Like, oh hey mom, I'm gonna bring this guy back from the show. He's an asshole and everybody hates him, but he's got a broken leg and we're gonna take care of him. Oh, Callie Christine. I don't know if 10 words could do it. This is wild. All right. To sum up everything I've just said on the live, Colt was filming in Mexico for a new spinoff because 90 Day doesn't have enough spinoffs. Let's make another fucking one, right? Because there aren't enough 90 Day shows out there, and the ratings are dropping. But instead of fixing it, they're like, let's add more and flood the market even more with shows that people don't believe in anymore. But whatever. Filming in Mexico for like a couples retreat, but singles. Courtney was there filming. He was there filming. He broke the same leg. He can't walk. Well, he can't. He probably can walk, but with crutches. Courtney took him in. Courtney and him are romantically involved now, but Colt is talking to a new girl right after G because let me ask a question. So Courtney takes him in, I guess, at her parents' house now. I mean, it would make sense why Courtney's always traveling if she's living with mom and dad. And hey, girl, good for you. I mean, if I could do it, I'd do it too, to be honest with you. Why not? The Colts already moved on, wants to get adopted by a young Brazilian entrepreneur because he is, hey, Seraphim, he is now disabled. And in Brazil, you can adopt a disabled man because he is also allegedly running from the IRS because he owes taxes, back taxes. And he needs to be out of this country. That's why he wanted to film The Other Way with G. And I believe really the only reason why he's in Mexico, I mean, why he's in Courtney, well, in Courtney. I don't know if he's, I mean,
Where is he?
At Courtney's house in Florida.
And so he's in Florida.
Right, with Courtney.
Okay.
Right. But he would rather be not in the States because he owes money. And that's why he tried to go to Canada to be with Debbie. But him and Debbie hate each other. Debbie hates him. She, he hates her. It's a lot. I told you it was a lot.
So now you just outed like where he was at Courtney's house in Florida.
Well, no,
so
it's no secret. It's no secret that it's already been speculated that.
So if the IRS is looking for him, then why can't they just say, okay,
well, if the IRS is watching, you know where to go. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. That's the story for right now. Good for Debbie being happy, and she certainly doesn't want anything to do with Colt. And it's why it backfired. And I think Debbie knows about like the IRS, and she doesn't want any part of it. Oh yeah, guys, don't forget, fall back tonight.
45 minutes.
Daylight savings. Okay, and this just in. See, it just keeps going. Colt and G broke up 2 weeks ago. That's why when you watch the interview, it was like very raw for her because it just happened. And if you heard G on the interview, like it was the second man she ever loved, and she loved him with her whole heart, and like gave out. It was a heartbreaking interview. And again, if you didn't watch it, you really should. But I'm getting texted. We lose an hour. No, we gain an hour. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, it becomes 1 a.m. So from 2 a.m., it becomes 1 a.m. Fall back. We gain an hour. So, and this is how crafty Colt is, because I just found this out just a second ago. She was talking to, she just broke up with Colt. Well, they broke up 2 weeks ago. But the new girl D that he wants to be adopted by, they have been talking for months.
Behind Courtney's back.
Behind G's back. There's a lot of women, Cody. Keep up. Keep up. Keep up. Keep up. Keep up. Keep up.
This is why I don't care. I don't care where he winds up.
Well, no one cares. Listen, I'm a blogger. This is news. It's my job. So he broke up with G 2 weeks ago, but for months he was talking to this new girl D, and new girl D is the one that he wants to be adopted by, and D was the one that Colt was cheating on G with. And he visited her. He visited D before he moved in with G.
I say just move to the desert in a teepee and just let them all have their fun.
Are you keeping up with this? And he gets away with it for years. For almost, guy has been getting away with this. I mean, I almost have to fucking applaud him. Like, I don't know what to do here. Like, I don't. Like, do I salute? What? This is insane. And it's Colt. It's like they're fighting over Ryan Gosling. Colt. You make it make sense for me because I can't. I don't know. Even better 90 Day Fiance cast members. It doesn't even have to be Ryan Gosling. Lord. God. And Colt really hasn't been on the show in a long time. Like, he was on 2018, 19, 20. Then he was on The Single Life. He met Vanessa. That was like, 3 years ago. Then Debbie was on too. But like, he's not like a name that's on the show anymore. But Colt is living in that place where he's still top dog, and in his head, why not? All the girls are still throwing their panties at him. Like, I don't get it. No, Jenny from the Block. He's not living with his mom. He's living with Courtney and her mom. I don't know. He's not even on the show anymore. I mean, I guess he filmed Mexico, but like, I don't know. I just don't know. And I do have a lot of respect for, I've loved Larissa since day one. I know people don't care for her. I like Jessica. Even though Carmen was like Larissa's friend, like Carmen, and I have to applaud Vanessa. And I was really impressed when I found out from G that she was talking to Vanessa and Vanessa was helping her through things. That really impressed me because, Vanessa left in February because she couldn't take it anymore. And don't forget about Vanessa. Let me just say this real quick. Remember Jalissa? If you want, I can play a part of my interview. When I had Jalissa up, it was one of the first YouTube lives I had ever done. I think Sherelle and Monica were up on panel with me. Like the second or third YouTube live I had ever done. And it was Jalissa coming forward. Jalissa was very much like G, who I had on, but that was like 4 years ago. And do you know that Colt and Vanessa were like living together when he left Vanessa to go to Mexico and hang out with Jalissa? Just said, okay, I'm going to Mexico. Bye. See you later. Here's my hospital tuna. They were living together. And he's like, okay, gonna go to Mexico. And she found that out through my interview with oh God, Julissa. Sorry, Larissa Julissa gets kind of like foggy. But and she did. Vanessa's got the patience of a nun. Like I don't know. I don't know, but I take back every bad word I ever said about Vanessa. Because for her to help G the way she's helping her really speaks volumes to what an incredible woman she is. So, I like that. I just thought, like, wow, that's very uncommon for an ex-wife that just not even ex-wife. They're still married, by the way. Colt and Vanessa are still married, not even ex-wife. Um, but they had just split up in February, and Colt's on the move. He's on the move, and she's helping G out with all this. So that just made me respect Vanessa a whole lot more, because if it were me, I wouldn't. Nope, I wouldn't be helping anyone that was dating the person I just left after like 5 years of marriage. I'd tell them to go fuck themselves. But she's got a good heart, and not many people would do that. Everyone loves a tuna reference, but that's true. Like, from what I hear from people from cast, that the insurance they give you is just worth like a tuna fish sandwich voucher at like the hospital cafeteria, and like you don't even get like chips with it, nor a pickle. If you want a pickle with the tuna fish sandwich, you have to pay like $2,500 for it. That's the insurance they give you through Sharp. So wild. I don't know how Colt does it. I would be exhausted if I was him. And I've also heard that we know this though, like that Colt has a horrendous drinking problem. We saw like the videos from years ago of him like drinking the bottle of Jack. Remember that? To all the old timers here in the chat from like 7 to 8 years ago. And also Debbie also has a horrendous drinking problem. And Debbie would have to be sauced every time she filmed. Like, no wonder why Debbie's eyes were like going like that, like like she didn't know where Larissa was, like but from what I'm hearing, Debbie also had a like Jack in the coffee. But we've said all this stuff in the past before. This really kind of isn't new news, but it kind of just all like it's like the mortar in this brick cult shithouse that we have. Yeah, Debbie puts like a little bit of shot. She puts a little shot in the coffee, like a little bit of Jameson in there. Hey, no one's looking. And I don't know. Yeah, but Debbie and Colt, like mother like son, but they hate each other also. And I have a feeling there's more coming out soon. I don't know. I have an itch, and we'll see. But I think as far as this live goes, I think I said everything I needed to say for now. And yeah. Crazy stuff, huh? So I want to thank everybody for being here tonight for the Cult Files, Cult Gate. And to any women, Courtney, if you're watching, have your dad kick him out of the house now, broken leg and all. And like one more time, like, this is horrible. This is horrible. Going into the bathroom to talk to the new girl D, who's rich and an entrepreneur, to get him adopted. Meanwhile, Courtney thinks that, like, you know, they're going to be an item. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Well, it's 11:26. I will get off this live before Saturday Night Live starts because I want to watch it myself. And everybody have a great night. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you guys shortly. Good night, everybody.